And so in my consulting and advisement role, I did some work at 3 different companies, and I'm going to share those cases with you right now for a few minutes. OEM Controls, Save the Children, and Store Your Board. But again, trust and collaboration were the core principles, and quality was the primary driver. So OEM Controls, I just want to do a couple of case study overviews. They're a heavy equipment controls manufacturer. They were having some problems with quality. They were losing data and losing some core knowledge, and their clients were becoming increasingly satisfied. I worked with the leadership team, and we deployed Agile across the company. And the principals there, the 2 Simmons brothers, launched something called the Entrepreneurial Operating System. And some of the dimensions of this, and I want to share this with you because when you say, well, what does this look like and how could this work for me? In a high-tech manufacturing environment, OEM created a very flat, project-oriented, flat structure. They made priorities out of note-taking, collecting information, and sharing structured information out around the organization. So very open and very transparent. They work closely with their partners and with other companies. And with respect to Agile and communication, Sam Simmons, the CEO, said there's no replacement for face-to-face dialogue, that their company runs 100% Agile. So what do they do and how do they do it? Well, they upload their notes, all consumer contacts into Trello. They use Trello, which is a project management program that some of you might be familiar with. They use SharePoint and Microsoft Teams, and they have built a platform that works very, very well for them. And then they put any kind of issue, a quality issue, a question, a new product, a new idea. They put them on Kanban cards or Kanban boards, and they load them onto Trello. And that's what these Kanban boards look like. So this is the next iteration of a part or a new joystick that's being designed and built. And so by doing it this way, they've really tightly integrated the sales, product development, and customer support. They really tightly integrate them. The Agile principles I want to share, and I think this is a very cool idea, is what Sam said to me was, no, we don't let good ideas fall on the floor. And so collecting and capturing, those ideas that your staff have or that you have when you're walking around thinking about work, and you have those ideas come into your head, like, we should be doing this and that and the other thing, right? At Sam's office, you write those things down. You enter them you just send an email or you put a text message together and you post them into Trello on these Kanban boards. So share ideas and collect data and collect information. And what Sam was saying was their engineers really enjoy and appreciate the system, and that trust and self-organization are rampant. My second case study is around Save the Children. And for you that don't know this, Save the Children raises about $150 million in gifts a year. As you can imagine, it's a children-based philanthropic organization. They are UK-based, but they have offices around the world. And the problem that I became involved in was flat to reduce giving levels and a disconnect between mission and marketing. And what Gemma Sherrington said to me, who's their vice president for marketing, is that the disconnect became that they became more and more around raising money and less around the mission and the passion of the organization. And so she felt like, because the systems and the way they do business, the management systems were not great, that they wanted to get this systems integration done in order to bring the marketing and the mission and the messages all together. And so they created a new platform that is donor-centric. They reorganized the way that they do business. They flattened the organization, created feedback loops. They collaborate. They flexibly match the donor interest and the needs, and face-to-face communications. Very agile principles. And Gemma recently published an article around the positive effect that applying agile principles to Save the Children has had on the organization. The third case that I'll share is there's an extreme sports storage company. You can see on the left and the right, they build like garage storage systems or California closets for your garage to hang your bikes up and to hang your snowboards up and your skis. Very customized storage systems for extreme sports. And so they had an integration problem or communication problem where their offices in Virginia, they use Amazon for all of their fulfillment. They manufacture in Southeast Asia, and their designers are all over the place, all over the US. And so how do you bring all of that together? And so they wanted to create this integrated platform, communication platform, or management platform. And so what they did is they applied Agile principles and did something similar to what OEM has done. And so they use the Amazon provides a lot of reporting, and so they use the Amazon reporting and integrated it on a Trello platform. Their reporting is virtual and up to the minute. Their partners, their manufacturers, and their customers can hit into the system. It eliminates confusion. And what they describe themselves as a company is very agile. They fully integrate. The full integration drives the business. And as an Amazon partner, according to Josh Gordon, the CEO, we have to be agile. And so the point of all of this is that these companies and many other companies, Amazon at the mega company level and other smaller companies coming up, are moving to Agile and applying Agile principles to strategic management.